Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Fear Effect. And today we finally get to play for a little bit as Glass. From what I remember of him from the first game, he's actually a pretty decent character. And so far they seem to have got his character right in this one as well. So I assume this will be nothing but good times. Fortunately, I'm feeling better now. And this is a pretty special video. I'll explain why in a little bit. Let's see what's in here.
Hello there, sonny boy. You seen my donkey?
No.
Been here a long time?
Feels like an eternity.
Oh, you're an immortal then.
What? No. You know a way out of here?
This used to be a thriving city, you know, when they first found the tomb of Chun.
Yes, but do you know a way out?
In 2028, a great earthquake shook Xi'an.
So you don't know the way out.
When the Chinese government...
Okay, look, I'll find your donkey for you. Anything, just shut up.
That's nice of you, sonny boy. You'll get hungry along the way. Take this with you. You'll need this key as well.
Thanks, but I'm getting real tired of this.
So are these folks immortals or what? Because they keep disappearing. Oh, you son of a bitch! Revenge! Dick. I'm not sticking around to deal with the other one. That's right, I can be petty as a gamer. Actually, I can be petty as a person, too, if the opportunity strikes. I thought I would use the Uzis, they're less powerful, but I haven't used them much in this LP. Just for a slight change of pace. There's a key item I need over here. There it is. It's been a few days since I played this, so I don't remember exactly what items I'm picking up where. But it does say on the screen what items I'm picking up. And this took me forever to find the stupid door to get out of here. Glass, stop being a dick. Go through the fucking door. Thank you. I didn't ask for your opinions or your suggestions. Just do what I tell you to do. You dick. You dick. And that's a cruel trick the game developers play on the player. Granted, it's probably not too unexpected that that was going to happen at some point. I think we picked up either dynamite or TNT, and we're going to use that here. That's not me remembering what I picked up from that storage building so much as it's me seeing what we're doing now and realizing what I'd picked up. Come down here. There will be some zombies that spawn. I didn't feel like wasting time. Oh god, it's these things. Run, Glass, run! I don't think I actually got hit there. Not sure how that happened. Now, this is bad. I can't really see my character since he's so far back on the screen. I would like to have avoided those zombies if I could have. Although the danger in doing that is sometimes you risk missing a key. I found that out the hard way. At the end of the video before last, and then the beginning of last video. And I can't see shit with this incredibly zoomed out camera angle. On one hand, it's not a bad idea to have one camera angle so you're not shifting camera angles all the time, but when it's so zoomed out... Get back! Get back! This is not the kind of petting zoo I wanted to visit. The animals, they try to pet you back! So I'm pretty sure this is our last time running around these same areas, which is good. This is not one of my favorite areas in the game. There's a lot of backtracking in this game.
Family reunion? I see the resemblance.
Uncle Bob, meet Hannah.
I'll get the ones up here. The rest are yours.
Damn.
I know I've said it before, but the voice acting in this game, for its time, is quite good. These folks seem to really bring these characters to life. So we're just going to be hanging out here for a bit, shooting zombies. Something like this works well for one static camera. I can still kind of see what I'm doing, but I feel like some rooms like that one I was complaining about a few minutes ago would have been served better having multiple camera angles. This game does that a lot, though, where you get one giant zoomed out camera angle, and at least for me, I can't see shit. I'm not sure where these dudes are jumping down from. Are there rafters above them or something? Or are they climbing on the cave ceiling?
Did you get your precious disc back from Deke?
I'm not even gonna try to explain what happened. I need your package in exchange for my partner.
That shit's between you and Deke. I'm out of here.
Just hand over your piece and you can walk out of here.
I don't believe this shit. Unprofessional, Hannah. You draw on me, you better be ready to pay the consequences.
Oh, but I'm always ready. Now, do you mind getting off me? Look, it's obvious that we're in some serious shit. We need to find out who's behind this and turn the tables on them. So please, Glass, I'm asking you, help me.
So what's your plan?
I'll give your piece in exchange for Rain. He'll have to come back this way to leave, and you'll be waiting for him.
That's simple, huh? Why are you risking your life and my profits, Hannah?
No offense, but I don't expect you to understand my reasons. Yes or no?
Just don't lose it. So how did he snag your partner?
Just cover my ass. No one comes in, no one goes out. If you bail on me...
I'm not going anywhere without my cut, so save the piss for someone who cares.
Fine.
Good.
I do like that Glass doesn't take her shit. They both seem like fairly strong characters, which is good. The trope of one character bullying the other one gets pretty old, especially in today's fiction. But I'm not going to go into all of my beliefs on that because this is not a political channel. But I think they do it pretty well here, where each character is fairly strong. I like it. I cannot get used to the camera angles in this area, at least at this point in time. This being my first time going through here, we will mess with that in a little bit. It does take me a bit to get used to this area, but fortunately, that was the worst of it. I'm pretty sure I navigated it better in future run-throughs of that room. So this should be the new area that we will be exploring. It's very exciting. It's got very exciting music playing.
What are you?
Once I was like you, Hannah, of flesh.
How do you know my name? What do you want?
It is you who wants, who yearns, who does not understand her place in the grand scheme.
What the hell are you talking about?
It is Rain you seek. I will lead you to her, but heed this warning. With love can come great sorrow. Abandon Rain now, or you will suffer a pain which pales the fires of hell by comparison.
Ah, shut up! I will never desert her, you bastard!
Then take this, foolish one. Your trials have just begun.
Excellent. What a helpful guy. And again, in the other game, we know Rain is not in that one, so I still have my assumptions as to what's going to happen. And unfortunately, I've heard a couple minor spoilers. I don't exactly know the context of them, but I will talk about that in an update video I will be doing towards the end of this week. So we have to hit these in order. I hear this door is on a timer. I never ran out of time, so it must be fairly forgiving because I'm not exactly quick at doing this. But that opens up a door and now we have to run to it. So this is also a special video. It's my birthday! Huzzah! I'm old. What do you want? Should not really be a surprise considering I only play older games pretty much. Hell, I want to say Darksiders was newer, but even that's over 10 years old. So here is a new enemy. Die! Although, were they alive to begin with? And you're welcome, breaking out the shotgun just for weapon variety. And I assume we need that item for something. Don't remember what. But in terms of modern games, I cannot remember the last one I played. Probably the Resident Evil 3 remake. Which I actually started that LP the day that game was released, which I'm still really impressed by. That's not something I do. I think when I did Leon's campaign of Resident Evil 6, I think that game was still relatively new. The Resident Evil 2 remake was relatively new. And the only other relatively modern games I can think of I played were Evil Within 2 and Hellblade, but those aren't exactly new games anymore, even at the time when I played them.
Pride, the cancer within us all, but in a moment of self-reflection, one can see the truth.
I have no idea what's happening here. I'm not sure if we've been set back through time or if this is a vision of some sort.
Pardon me, innkeeper. Would you have a room for a weary traveler?
There is one room, one of horror and shame. There was a young, promising student who came from a small village. The young man studied feverishly to the point of collapse, and in so doing, missed the judicial selection exam.
What a disappointment it must have been.
Disappointment. He hung himself in the very room you now ask to rent. His restless spirit has been with us ever since.
The story is more tragic than frightful, sir. Please allow me to stay.
If you so choose. However, I cannot accept such a heavy payment for a humble dwelling.
Thank you, innkeeper.
I think you can do what we are about to do on the first try. But I do want to show what happens if you fail it. Fortunately, it's not a game over, so I didn't mind doing it. The thing with game overs in this game, you have to restart from a save point, and if it's been a while since you had a save point, that can be annoying. Not a big deal, but still something I wanted to show. Most of the deaths I've showed in this LP were not terribly inconvenient for me. Most of them were by save points. And I have missed a couple, unfortunately.
How was your night's sleep?
Restless.
You were warned.
As far as I know, you have to check with that guy before you can attempt this again. Basically, what we need to do is go back into this room, use the mirror on the bed. For some reason, I'm getting Blood Omen flashbacks. Not sure why. Probably the top-down view.
In my reflection, I can clearly see my own folly. My chains are broken, and I am free.
Excellent. So, doing all that, we get an item. There's going to be at least one more of those moments, which we will get to next video. Oh god. Get out my way! Something else kind of cool. I saw recently that a company bought the rights to a PlayStation 1 series called Shadow Man. Not a game I'm super interested in playing, but I'm enjoying the LP I'm watching. But they remastered this game, and they took this PS1 game and almost make it look like a PS2 game. Which is pretty dang impressive. There are moments in particular in the cutscenes where you can tell that it's still a PS1 game. The mouths don't move on the characters when they talk. The way they're animated, it still looks PS1, but they took out a lot of the blockiness, which is really cool. And in terms of gameplay, to me at least, it looks a lot like a PS2 game. I would be really interested to see what they would do with the Legacy of Kain series if they would be allowed to remaster that series. But the bad thing is then I would have to play those games again, which I already need to do Soul Reaver 2 again, and Video 1 of Soul Reaver. I just have not been motivated to do it. Another new enemy! Huzzah! And all you missed in that cut was a lot of failure on my part. I'm not good at this game, alright? And I can't really see where I'm going. Which is quite annoying. And really going to get me into trouble in this next area. I don't know how long it took me to navigate this room. The camera has a weird way of changing on you. So what we actually need to do is come over here. It's a save point. If the save option would come up, thank you. So this area shifts between those two camera angles that you saw there. But it seems to do it randomly. It's probably not. But I have a lot of trouble figuring out where my character is in relation to the camera. Once I get this view, it's not as bad. Granted, it's incredibly zoomed out like I was complaining about before, but not too bad. Oh god. That went poorly. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to take it and hope for the best. Die! But I am thinking of another PS1 game that I would really like to see those folks remaster and do a lot of things different with. That game Shadow Man, they actually created some extra levels and bosses for that game. I think what they created were things that were planned for the original game. So they're probably not going from scratch, but still, that's pretty impressive. The game I'm thinking of, which I have talked about this LP, I think a company could do something really cool with a remake. The original is absolute ass, although it has some interesting stories behind the game. So there's going to be another cut here. This is the item we need to pick up. Run! And I cut to that because These enemies got to a point where they were blocking Hannah. I couldn't see where she was. Annoyingly, if I had just hit the triangle button, I could have opened the door. I did not realize until I was editing. Once the camera angle switched, I was actually right by the door. So that could have saved me some editing, but oh well. And had one less jump cut. But we got to see me kill those enemies, so huzzah, I guess. Either way, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time with more Fear Effect, hopefully. And now it's time for me to go have a birthday drink or 3.